We will have 10 million of the Moderna doses arriving before the end of this year. The first 1 million doses is on track to arrive next month and will go to pharmacies.
The country is playing catch-up ball. As it stands, only 22% of adults there have been fully vaccinated. Tom Rivers, ABC News at the Foreign Desk.
A program to compensate victims of the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein winds down.
The Epstein Victims Compensation Program has paid out more than $121 million to dozens of women. There were 225 applications from alleged victims in the U.S. and abroad, more than double the initial expectations. Nearly 150 applicants were deemed eligible for compensation and accepted offers. The payments came from Epstein's estate, which at one point was worth $650 million, but more recently diminished. The amounts were determined independently. Women who accepted money had to drop civil lawsuits that alleged Epstein sexually abused them. Aaron Katursky, ABC News, New York.
As UN climate experts sound the alarm about extreme temperatures around the world, wildfires burning in Siberia have reached the North Pole for the first time ever. The fires are threatening research labs and forcing the evacuation of thousands of homes. The wildfires are being fueled by hot weather and a historic drought. This is ABC News.
The U.S. dollar is plummeting. Protect your savings against inflation with precious metals. I'm Dinesh D'Souza for Birch Gold Group. Birch Gold Group is who I trust to help you protect your IRA or 401k with gold and silver. With thousands of satisfied customers, an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau, get a free information kit by texting the word PROTECT to 989898. Again, text PROTECT to 989898 today.
Dave Packer, ABC News.
Well, here's the long distance bill.
Right.
And the internet bill.
Uh-huh.
And the wireless bill.
Anything you say, honey.
You're not listening to a word I say. These bills are taking away our extra cash.
Well, Fred told me about Affinity 4.
4 times more money for us to spend, right?
No, long distance internet, wireless service, and Fred says it's inexpensive. He's paying less now than ever before. Plus, Affinity 4 has always supported family values based on causes throughout the country. In fact, a portion of each billing goes to support their mission. Fred says he's not only helping himself with lower costs, but he's helping others too.
Affinity 4 sounds good. Did Fred give you a number?
Yeah, I think I have it. Hold on.
That number is 1-800-684-4815. Save money on your bills with Affinity 4. A new standard for giving. That's 1-800-684-4815.
From ABC Sports, I'm Dave Packer. After a second bout with COVID-19 in less than a year, Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson says he's still not sure if he'll get the COVID vaccine.
Got to talk to my team doctors and, try to see how they feel about it, keep learning as much as I can about it.
Jackson speaking to reporters today at Ravens training camp. He returned to practice Saturday, 10 days after testing positive. He says he experienced the same symptoms as he did the first time he contracted the virus last November. The New York Giants today activating running back Saquon Barkley from the physically unable to perform list. He was on the field with his teammates for the first time since he tore his ACL early last year. Head coach Joe Judge says the team is taking things slowly with its star.
We're just being very careful in terms of how we manage it. And I always say we're taking a long-term perspective with this. This is long-term for him individually and the team. 17-game season, years in the future.
This is ABC Sports. And Houston Texans QB Deshaun Watson practiced with his teammates for the first time in 5 days. The team has not explained Watson's absence from the last several days of workouts. Adam Schefter.
Up until now, Watson largely had been the highest paid scout team safety in the NFL, not taking many snaps, not being in pads, not playing much quarterback.
Watson requested to be traded this offseason. He's also facing more than 20 active lawsuits accusing him of sexual assault and inappropriate behavior. Texans coach David Culley declined to describe Watson's participation in today's practice. Baseball tonight, the American League Central leading Chicago White Sox open up a 3-game series against the last-place Minnesota Twins. Chicago goes for its 4th straight win tonight. They'll also get outfielder Louis Robert back. Robert has been out since early May with a hip injury. In the National League, the Milwaukee Brewers look to get back on track after dropping 2 games in a row. The Brewers begin a 4-game set against the Chicago Cubs. Miami Hurricanes quarterback Derek King has signed an endorsement deal with the NHL's Florida Panthers. King becomes the first college athlete to sign a name, image, and likeness deal with a pro sports team. The deal will see him develop a merchandise collection with the club and even create an exclusive concession menu item to be available at the hockey team's games this coming season. Dave Packer, ABC Sports.
A summer-like pattern will continue to roll in, and the heat and humidity will be on. Areas of fog will give way to a mix of sunny clouds today, and highs in the upper 80s and lower 90s. Once you factor in the humidity, some spots could feel like the triple digits. Overnight will fall into the lower 70s with highs in lower 90s tomorrow. Again, feels like temperatures jumping into the triple digits by tomorrow afternoon. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Thanks so much, Peter. Todd Kaiser and Blue Room with you this afternoon. That extended forecast. Let's take a look to Wednesday. Partly cloudy with thunderstorms likely. Highs around 92 degrees. Heat index around 98. Chance of rain only about 60%. Partly cloudy, thunderstorms likely overnight on Wednesday. Lows around 69. And for Thursday, partly cloudy. Chance of thunderstorms. Highs around 93. Chance of rain just 20%, but it is there nonetheless. 9 minutes after 5 o'clock. It's time now for the afternoon obituaries being brought to you by Harrelson's.
Compassion, commitment, and professionalism. These are the qualities family members need at a time of sorrow. That's why families in Rutherford County turn to Harrelson Funeral Home. The professional staff at Harrelson Funeral Home in Forest City understands your sadness, your loneliness, and your need for guidance. You'll know when you turn to Harrelson Funeral Home that your deepest concerns will be felt. You need someone to listen and guide you through the process of planning a funeral. That's why you need Harrelson Funeral Home. To make it easier on you at that difficult time, plan early for services you'll want for your loved ones. Call Harrelson Funeral Home today. That phone number is 657-6383. See why Harrelson Funeral Home is the choice for you. 1251 Highway 221A, Forest City.
Hubert Van Dyke, age 89, of Golden Valley, passed away Saturday. He was a member of the Fairview Baptist Church, survived by his daughter Carol Van Dyke, his son David Van Dyke, and wife Belinda, two brothers James Van Dyke and Charles Van Dyke, also by his grandsons, great-grandchildren. Funeral services will be held 11 a.m. Saturday at the Fairview Baptist Church. Visitation will be from 5 until 7 p.m. Friday at the Washburn and Dorsey Funeral Home. Burial will follow at the church cemetery. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral Home and Cremation Services in charge of the arrangements for Hubert Van Dyke. Phyllis Diane Burnett, age 53, of Forest City, passed away Saturday at the Atrium Health Cleveland in Shelby. A native of Rutherford County, worked as a cook at Quincy's in Asheville for many years. She's survived by her sister, Silda Christian, and four brothers, Alvin Lee Vickers, Dee Searcy, Buddy Vickers, and George Vickers. A celebration of Phyllis's life will be conducted at a later date. Harrelson Funeral Home and Cremation Services entrusted with the arrangements for Phyllis Diane Burnett. Arnold Huckabee, age 76, of Spindale, passed away Sunday at his residence. A native of Sacramento, California, worked in the food service industry most of his life. Survived by his daughters Brenda Tarks and husband Mike, Crystal Walters and husband Steve, two brothers David Huckabee and John Huckabee, also by two sisters Naomi McGuire and Alvina Self, two grandchildren and one great-grandchild. A private celebration of Arnold's life will be conducted for family and friends. Harrelson Funeral Home and Cremation Services entrusted with the arrangements for Arnold Huckabee. Francis Edward Picard, aged 97, of Rutherford, passed away Saturday at his residence. A native of Jaffrey, New Hampshire, served his country honorably in the Army Air Force, was of the Catholic faith. Francis worked as a union carpenter most of his life before his retirement, survived by his wife of 76 years, Grace Burnham Picard, son Michael P. Picard and wife Judy, daughter Nancy Ann Roberts, sister Betty Carter, 8 grandchildren, 11 great-grandchildren, and 4 great-great-grandchildren. No formal services will be conducted. Harrelson Funeral Home and Cremation Services entrusted with the arrangements for Francis Edward Picard. Harold Gene Chapman, age 67, of Forest City, passed away Saturday. Harold retired from Eaton Corporation and was a member of the Silver Flames Band many years ago, survived by his son Tracy Chapman of Hickory, his granddaughters, his sister Joanne Maloney and husband Johnny, and his sister-in-law Debbie Chapman. A visitation will be held for Harold from 5 until 7 p.m. Wednesday at the Washburn and Dorsey Funeral Home. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral Home and cremation service in charge of the arrangements for Harold Gene Chapman. Lisa Carol Cole Packard, age 59, of Forest City, passed away Saturday at her home. Lisa attended Bethany Baptist Church and was a graduate of Chase High School and Limestone College, where she received her degree as a pharmacy technician, employed by RHA Health Services as an administrative coordinator. She is survived by her mother, Geraldine Cole Jolly, also by her daughter Tiffany Packard, her sons Matt Packard and wife Amber, Bradley Packard and wife Mary Beth, her granddaughter, her brother Keith Cole, and former mother-in-law Rachel Louise Packard. Funeral services will be held 3 o'clock Wednesday in the Bethany Baptist Church. Burial will follow in the church cemetery, and the family will be receiving friends in the sanctuary from 2 until 3 o'clock prior to the service. Paget and King Mortuary and crematory services in charge of the arrangements for Lisa Carol Cole Packard. Helen Taylor, age 86, of Forest City, passed away yesterday at her home. Arrangements are currently incomplete and will be announced later. McMahon's Funeral Home and cremation services serving the family of Helen Taylor. 14 minutes after 5 o'clock. Those are all the obituaries we have at this time. Get started now with the afternoon call-around report. Up first, as always, is the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department. And with that report from earlier today, that was Deputy Greenway bringing us that report.
Okay, we've had 243 calls, made 11 arrests. There's currently 186 in the jail. We had a Lawrence Crutchfield reported an incident of felony larceny. Lynn Roycroft reported a damage to property. Eva Burt reported a misdemeanor larceny. I had Treddy Kennison reported a breaking and entering and larceny. And we had Kenneth Ramsey reported breaking and entering and larceny. And then Jeanette Elliott reported larceny of motor vehicle. Amanda Matthews was arrested for failure to appear on misdemeanor. We had Melissa Murray was arrested for second-degree trespass. Brandon Cole was arrested for harassing phone calls. Deshaun Phillips was arrested for second-degree trespass. Mitzi Billings was arrested for assault and battery. Richard Vaughn was arrested for extradition as a fugitive from another state. We had William Seth Bailey was arrested for assault and battery. Allison Turner was arrested for failure to appear on misdemeanor, and Sidney Hodge was arrested for failure to appear on a felony and misdemeanor. And that completes the morning report this morning.
"17 minutes after 5 o'clock, unable to get to the Spindale Fire Department. Going next to the 911 Communications Center with us is Laurel. Laurel, good afternoon. How are you?
Doing okay.
What's on the report for us this afternoon?
In the past 24 hours, Rutherford County Sheriff's Office and Communications has processed 419 911 calls, administrative calls, which consisted of 59 EMS calls, 20 for rescue, 135 for the Sheriff's Office, 41 for Forest City, 9 for Lake Lure, 29 for Rutherford, 65 for Spindale, and Forest City had a vehicle fire. And that's it.
Laurel, thanks so much. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Laurel with the report from the 911 Communications Center. Just a note on the earlier officer-involved shooting that occurred this morning at the Forest City area. Akil Franklin has been arrested. That's all we've got right now. He was taken into custody earlier, about 4:30, I believe it was. So Akil Franklin was arrested and charged in the shooting of that officer from earlier today. Continuing our call-around report, we're going to check in with Ruby Taylor next.
Night in the Country Carolinas, presented by Ingles. August 26th through the 28th, the Tryon International Equestrian Center. Brews and barbecue, a craft beer experience, music and Mulligan's Golf Tournament, trap shooting tournament, maze bar, live local music and DJs during the day. 3 days of fun and party. And Thursday, August 26th, Old Dominion. Friday, Miranda Lambert. Saturday, Chris Young. Night in the Country Carolinas, presented by Ingles. Details, nightinthecountrycarolinas.org.
At Smith Drugs of Forest City, we are continue to offer the COVID-19 rapid testing and the COVID-19 vaccinations. Please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591 with any questions or concerns that you may have. You may also visit our website at smithsdrugsfc.com and schedule your COVID rapid 19 test or your vaccination. Again, if you have any questions, please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591.
19 minutes after 5 o'clock, going next to the SDO Fire District. Excuse me. Ruby Taylor, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon to you.
What's on the report for us today?
Well, the fire department didn't have any calls, and on my birthday calendar today, I've got Dawn Amos, Philip Roop, Dana Putman, and Ella Godfrey having birthdays today. Hope all these people have had a nice day. Signs are in the bells today and going tomorrow. So that's all I've got.
Ruby, thanks so much. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Ruby Taylor with that report from the SDO Fire District this afternoon. Don't forget, we're going to be on the road. Let's see. Well, I started to say Saturday. No, that's actually Thursday. Join WCAB and the gang as we head out for a broadcast remote Thursday, August 12th from 10 a.m. until 12 noon at the brand new location of the Appliance Center, 793 West Main Street in Forest City. We're going to be having free Domino's Pizza cold drinks, giveaway super deals, and lots and lots and lots of fun. So hope to see you there. Come out and check in with us. It's been a long time since we've been on the road, but we'd love to see you there Thursday at the grand opening of the Appliance Center in Forest City.
Nobody gets a better deal than the customers at Sisk Family Ford. They have a proven record of the best deals. Sisk Family Ford, Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealer, has recently been recognized as the #1 Ford dealer in customer satisfaction in the Southeast. That speaks well of their commitment to serve their customers well. Come take advantage of the springtime sales event and get the automobile you've been wanting. Look for all the new design 2021 F-150 at Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealership. That's Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide a daycare service for an aging parent or a loved one. You can always depend on Rutherford Life Services for a safe facility that offers medical monitoring, nutritional meals, fun activities, and is a loving environment. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. They will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Call them at 288-1697. Rutherford Life Services offers a trained staff of professionals who you can entrust your loved one to. Rutherford Life Services is located at 230 Fairground Road in Spindale.
Next up on our call-around report for this Monday afternoon, Bob Hodge himself. Bob, good afternoon, sir.
Well, good afternoon.
Talk to you again this morning. I'm going to talk to you again now, and I'll talk to you again in the morning.
Well, now, just don't you get confused here what day it is or time.
I'm going to get messed up before it's over with, Bob.
It'd be easy to do there. Yeah.
Right. Bob, what do you got for us this afternoon?
Well, with the fire department, it's been pretty quiet. We've answered a couple of medical calls, and that's about it with the fire department. But I'm glad they caught that guy that done shot that police officer this morning. They got him about 4:30 this afternoon, so I'm glad they caught him there. So
yes, sir, caught him. Last we heard on the officer, he was in stable condition.
Yes,
did get the bleeding stopped, so hopefully he'll make a full recovery.
I hope so. There, it's awful how things are going nowadays, ain't it?
Yeah, getting dangerous.
We're like living in a third country sometimes there somewhere.
Certainly does seem like it sometimes.
That's right. Well, Todd, you take care, and you get up early now in the morning and go back to work.
Bob, I'll do it. I'll talk to you again bright and early tomorrow.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Bob Hodge with that report from the, I forgot where the Hudlow Fire District, Mount Vernon, Hudlow. I can't remember. Boy, this is messing me up today. No Braves game tonight. Braves are off. They'll be back in action tomorrow night, 6:05 airtime, 7:10 first pitch. That'll be game 1 of a 3-game series with the Reds. Game 2 will be Wednesday, 6:05 airtime, 7:10 first pitch. And Thursday, 3:55 airtime, 5:10 first pitch coming up on Wednesday. Then they'll settle into another series with the Nationals. That'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday games coming up with the Nationals. The Cincinnati Reds, first of the week. Washington Nationals, last of the week. That's how they play the baseball in Atlanta. But continue our Colorado Report. Check in with Luther Gillikin right after this.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush, brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
25 minutes after 5 o'clock, Luther Gillikin, our final stop on this afternoon report. Luther, good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great day on a sunny day, warm day.
Warm day indeed. It was hot outside. I didn't do anything. It was sweating, and my shirt had changed colors, and I thought, well, it's time to go inside.
Yeah, it's getting about time. When your shirt gets wet, it's time to go in, get on a dry shirt, sit in front there. But we've had a good day today. It's been a little warm, but, hey, we went out and we had a good time. It's been fairly quiet. They had a quiet weekend for the most part. The fire department had 5 calls. 3 of them medical calls, and one of them was a landing zone set up, and one of them was come in, a power line down, but they got down, found out a TV cable, so there wasn't nothing yet. And they had 1 medical call today. And other than that, things are going good down here, not a whole lot happening, so you have a great day, Barry, and we'll talk to you next time.
All right, Luther, we'll see you then. Thanks.
All right, take care.
Luther Gillikin with that report from the Ellenboro Fire District, and it wraps up our Colorado Report for this Monday afternoon. We're going to get to some trading time coming up in just a few moments right here at WCAB.
Let me brag on Hutchins Pest Control a minute. Don't let the pest bug you when Hutchins Pest Control is as close as a phone call. Honest, dependable, professional, and on-time service may be the reason they keep getting voted best pest control. If you have a pest problem, call this family-run business at 287-5171. Licensed in North and South Carolina and fully insured and bonded. Get a free estimate when you call Hutchins Pest Control and be sure the job is done right. That's Hutchins Pest Control. Call them today at 287-5171 and they'll be right there.
Don't forget old Southern Gospel singing, old-fashioned Southern Gospel singing, I should say, coming up tomorrow night at Fat Tracy's every Tuesday night from 6 until 7:30. Fat Tracy's is located at 1163 West Main Street, Forest City. Open mic, open seats. Bring your voice, bring your instrument. You can sing along, play along, or just stop by, sit back, listen, and enjoy the music. All local gospel artists are welcome, and don't have any professionals there, so don't be afraid of that. Coming up on the 13th, that'll be Friday, Mobile Harvest Food Truck will be at the Spencer Baptist Church from 9 until 10:30. 187 North Oak Street in Spindale. Spencer Baptist Church is the location for that.
Jim, have you seen Henson Building Materials' newly remodeled showroom? It's gorgeous.
You mean where they have a full line of hardware and building materials for homeowners and home builders?
I mean where Jamie, Terry, and